I told him I'd be there no matter what, that I wouldn't do him like last time. The reason why last time I done him that way is because 3 days after he went to jail, he turned his shit back over. He turned everything over to his mom. He didn't give me a chance to do anything for him. After his mom caused us to lose our children and everything.
Did you? Yeah, I know. I remember that. I remember that whole situation.
So I told him to go to hell. Took his mom's side over me.
Right, and he knows, and he didn't trust his mom very much either, right? I don't think.
No.
I mean,
all they done was put him in jail so they could get that money.
Yeah.
Because he was getting ready to get $50,000 from a life insurance, car accident.
Oh, okay, so somebody's here that is trying to, I think it's, I don't know if I don't want to upset you, but do you want me to, it might be one of the sisters commenting here, or do you want me to ignore it?
Fred's sisters?
Possibly. I don't know what it's saying. They're saying, what's messed up is he left you with $400, and then me and my sister went to get you to take you to the jail and help him. You refused to go. So it must be one of his sisters.
That's a fucking lie. That's a lie. That's a damn lie.
It's somebody's, the screen name is called Not Today. I do know that the sisters have been coming around because Julie was on here the other day.
Well, just ignore it because I don't got nothing to say to that bitch.
Okay. I'll just ignore
I just had to fight. I had to fight her the other day.
Which one, Julie? Or
get a little bit of clothes. Karen.
Oh.
They took over everything up there like they own everything. But I got news for them. I can go back and get anything I want up there on that hill. I was there for 20 damn years. All I have to do is get the law.
Right. You can't contact anybody, so it's even worse.
And the car that I was driving, I couldn't drive the truck because his sister threatened to call the law on me.
Right. They're going to be watching you. Yeah, they're going to be watching you. So if you don't have your...
I know they don't have a driver's license.
Yeah.
And they could have got me for stealing the truck because it's in Julie's name. So I don't know what he's thinking about, that I had different vehicles to drive, but he needs to get off the dope.
I believe in common law partners.
Yes.
Huh?
I swear, as God is my witness, Fred did not give me no $400. There was $60 in his wallet. That makes me so mad, man.
He said 300. I don't even know where 400 is. It sounds like the sisters are talking about a previous arrest, about 400 or something. But
they're crazy.
This time's kind of, what makes me mad is that you didn't even admit to that. You said you had all 5 subject texts and you can sell them to get you some money. What? Something about 5 subject texts she's saying, I don't know. But she wasn't good at selling. She can't sell anything. I mean, gosh, she just got in trouble for...
Therapy has always been such a scary idea to me because I simply did not know where to get started. I didn't know how to find my person.
Yeah. Who is both using? Are you talking about, who do you mean not today? I know how much they were both using. They took both our checks every month and bought as much meth as they could. Both your checks. Anyways, I'm not trying to ignore you not today, but I don't want to, I mean, you're welcome to make your comments in the chat and stuff. I just don't want to, it's not going to go anywhere. I don't want any type of combativeness this early in the morning.
Tell her to get a life.
So
instead of messing with my life, why don't you go mess with your own? Clean out your own closet.
But
We long to help you while you're at it.
well, they admitted it though. I mean, Fred's admitted that he. So somebody in the, I think it's one of the sisters said something about Fred, or you guys using drugs or whatever. But Fred's already admitted that never was a secret. He's always been very open about his drug use.
Yeah.
But, I guess that's up to people to decide. Like, does that mean, if he was using drugs, can we trust him, what he's saying? I mean, I don't think just because somebody is using drugs that we have to discount everything they say and not, I know meth is one of those drugs that sometimes can cause people to have, if they're up for many days and stuff, they can have some type. Does he ever have any of those, like where he goes into kind of has a?
I've never seen him where he goes into hallucinations. No.
Okay.
But everybody,
huh?
I've had everybody ask me if he was snitching and everything else, and I don't think Fred's a snitch. I've never known of him to tell on anybody for anything.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. Now, people can call him a snitch if they want to because of the Summer Wells thing, but that's so
people
different.
calling me a snitch, and I done my time.
Yeah.
It's just something that you got to deal with when you get out of jail.
Oh, wow. So here's something I'm going to tell you. So one of his sisters just said Fred got his motion of discovery, and Fred said that Jeff Everly and Pat Wilcox were the ones that bought from him. He also did a polygraph. Oh my God, can you send me a copy of it, please?
That's good.
Please? Can you please? It would be so good for Fred, because you don't understand, I'm sure you do understand how many people are trying to blame him. If you have a copy of that, would be really, really important to get out there.
Why don't she sell his cars and get him out of jail? Or she just gonna put that on everything else too, her pocket?
She said that Fred
blame me for it.
She said Fred had a polygraph done on him. It was requested by Detective Pruitt, and the TBI did the polygraph. So did he pass? You haven't stated if he passed. Oh yeah, the polygraph was done about Summer, guys, because that's what he was talking about.
There you go, baby. There you go. There you go.
How's your dogs doing, by the way?
I don't know. I lost them.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I lost my dogs. Everything I had.
That's what we were afraid of. Not today. Do you know if the dogs are okay?
No.
I know. I was asking whoever that is in the chat. I wish that Fred's sister. I wish you would email me that copy of a. If you have a lie detector test, that would be really, really helpful to people here.
Don't hold your breath, Ziggy.
Did he pass? Not today? Don't hold my breath. Because you're not saying, and what you're gonna do is, by you not saying, people are gonna automatically assume he failed. Because why wouldn't you say? I don't know. I kind of want to see it to be for sure. I mean,
this could be the biggest mistake you could make in your life. Look at this check for $100.
So not today is not going to tell, but can you not tell us? You can't tell us if he passed or failed? I'm just going to have to assume that he failed if she's not going to say it. I can't believe that he would, but I don't believe he would fail. But I think if you have that.
A liar.
Huh?
She ain't nothing but a liar.
She isn't? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Does she lie like
You
that?
gotta take everything she says with a grain of salt, because she does it to get attention.
Okay. Who do you think, which one do you think it is?
Karen.
Okay.
Loudmouth.
Well, is she close to Fred at all? Like, or do they not get along?
No, she ain't done nothing but try to. I don't know. Acts like she hates him.
Okay.
She
Yeah,
told me she was going to do him the same way he done her when she was in prison. That she was going to let him sit in there and not talk to him or nothing, like he did her.
That's true. We would need to know the questions asked too, Jeb. That's true. But I would want to see the report also, because not that I'm trying to say anybody would lie or anything like that.
Fred's not even been to court yet. How did he get a motion to discover it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying anything against him. I'm just saying that it's more like somebody's just putting shit out there. Speculating. Or assuming one. And you know what assume means, don't you?
Right. Well, not today. If anybody wants to help her, she is in a bad spot right now. And it's not like she couldn't use the help if people, it's not like we're like bailing her out of jail or anything. If people want to help.
Well, I was in jail. Somebody stole my purse. They stole everything I owned. They stole both of our cards, and and emptied our bank accounts. And I'm fighting that right now.
So was your place open? Did they go into your place and steal your stuff, or how did that happen? Where was the stuff to get stolen at?
My purse was with the people that I was with and I went to jail.
Oh. Copy of your motion discovery. But Fred's not going to know how to do all that. To request a copy of his motion discovery and stuff like that. How would he? Fred is very.
Unless he's got a lawyer. He didn't get no motion discovery yet.
Let me look here who it says is. Let me look up what it says under his charges right now.
I can't deal with stupidity.
So
I'm sorry, Gigi.
Huh?
I said I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I appreciate you doing this. It's gonna help a lot, and it would really help if his sister has a copy of the lie detector test to show it to everybody. No matter, because people are gonna automatically assume if you act like that. Now, and it makes sense too. If his sister wants to make him look bad, then I don't know. So right now it shows that his hearing date, his trial, isn't till October 11th at 9 a.m. And I don't even see. It doesn't have anything. I'm trying to look to see if I can see it like a lawyer or anybody. Office of the Public Defender. Okay, it just says attorney, public defender. That's it. So, yeah. Hawkins County, well, actually, Tennessee's court system, online court system information is so crappy. Like, they don't put anything on there. Hey, media critics. Dude, I don't know. Law enforcement. No, I don't think law enforcement would release lie detector tests.
It's Hopkins County. I'm sorry, but that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
It speaks for itself.
Guys, I'm trying to get to the part where they talk about what happened in Virginia so you could hear their side of the story and what they say. I guess before we do that, because this is taking forever. I'm impatient. Let's go to my channel. Today I'm going to cover this video. So what we have here is the true story coming from Fred's sister about what happened when Fred got arrested, why his children were taken. I missed it the other day. I haven't gone through Ziggy's All of Her Lives. I haven't had a chance. It's Christmas time, kids. I tore apart that other video. It took me 2 days to do. I think this part is important, as many parts are important, and I'll be live a couple times today as some videos post. I really want to talk about the clothing. And the sister Julie, actually. I would like to have a conversation because from this interview that Karen just did, she says some interesting, look, spam, suspected spam. It's my husband's. Hold on, guys. I just shut his phone off. He gets 20 million spam calls a day. Okay, so what was I saying? I want to watch this video here. This was part of the interview on 6 Up. If anybody wants to go over there and watch the full interview, it was really good. Eye-opening, insightful. I'm sure most have seen it. But let's listen to what really happened, because I don't hear no stories of bath salts. Do you?
I always thought we had a good relationship. I mean, I know, yeah, obviously I went to prison. Shortly before that, you know, he had his situation in Virginia, and that's kind of when our relationship changed some. But, you know, I had thought we were still okay because, you know, I didn't take sides on none of that. And it's very hard to be a neutral party in a situation that intense. I let him have his say, I let Julie have her say, and I didn't take sides. I found out about it when he went to jail after the fact. You know, my sister had multiple conversations with me about what happened. My mom had several conversations with me.
Also, I want to point out that at the beginning of this, we didn't know the names of the sisters, or maybe we didn't understand them because We didn't know these people, right? So when you go back and listen to this, it seems as though he's blaming Karen for all the mess. She wasn't even there. The bad sister is Julie, because that's who he was fighting with during this time. I have a strange suspicion that Julie may be very fearful of her brother, and it worries me for her daughter. I don't like that there was clothing and video cameras inside homes with monitors. I trust Karen 100%. She has come out and told us things we never thought we would ever hear that were truthful. There was no reason for her lying. She didn't lie about her criminal charges. She didn't lie about a blue van. She was truthful about her past. She told, and I'm not going to go over that video because that's hard for me to digest. I don't understand how she could go through it being a wife of somebody who jumped in front of a train. How Fred could exploit such a sad moment for her. And she told me about that in Messenger. Fred's a disgusting human being, and I don't see how anybody cannot see this. And if people were think that I'm over here simping for Andy, oh hell no. Oh hell no. I'm not simping for Andy. I don't think Andy was there. I believe Andy was at work. If you want my honest to God opinion, looking at everything that has come out the last couple days, I think this is a ring for children. Lady R, fuck her. But either way, she came in my chat. She explained money laundering to me. I did some educational homework on it. I figured it out. I'd like to know why QWERTY sends hundreds of dollars of cash apps at the beginning of Summer's case over and over. Vet girl. Over and over. Hundreds and hundreds. Who has that kind of money that follows the Summer Wells case that can send up to $1,000 a day to these YouTube creators? Think about that. Ziggy's over there penny pinching while she's getting hundreds of dollars a day. She's penny pinching, buying the cheapest shit she can. Is that money Ziggy's? I want you to think about that really hard. Why would she have to buy cheap chicken if she's getting all that money? And then you got the subs that feel bad for her, that actually do send the groceries, right? She thinks I'm going to come out here like Crystal said I should be eating fresh meat. No, Ziggy, what I said was it's unhealthy to eat every day. I gave you a recipe idea for the burritos you made because they looked good. I made them fresh. I'm telling you it's unsafe to eat that and to feed your daughter that. But now we find out that you're feeding your daughter alcohol too, right? Because she's only 16. So where does she get it from? Somebody over 21 would have to buy that for her, now wouldn't they? When I said her daughter was in danger, it is my opinion that that is true. That's why I put Karen's messages out. I knew this would start a shit firestorm. Everybody would scramble. Truths would come out. I didn't get a chance to listen really good last night to what Fred was saying, but Fred gave a lot of details last night on Empress Ziggy. I highly suggest everybody go listen to it. Fred, they're coming for you. It's my opinion you're the guilty party. And I want you to know that. They are, if you ain't the guilty party, you know what happened. And whatever was happening in one of them rooms of your homes. Hidden lingerie. You disgusting, sick fuck. That wasn't, somebody had left me a comment. And it said, yeah, well, Dawn could have set them up. Yeah, well, Dawn couldn't put lingerie inside of his parents' home. Right? Dawn couldn't have put a muddy, wet, white shirt in Fred's bathroom. Unless Fred allowed him to do it. However, Let's also keep in mind that she said that shirt was there in January, I believe, not in June when Summer went missing, which means it would be somebody else's. What the fuck are you doing? You sick fucker. In my opinion, I'm done biting my tongue.
About what happened. And after he went to jail, I went with Mom to every one of his court appearances. I was a contact with the CS, so then they could get a hold of Fred or Laura. Fred has a weird perspective of how things went down. But my sister had went to talk to Fred. I guess I need to give you a little backstory about why she went to talk to Fred to tell him she was leaving. And she had originally went up there because Laura was having some kind of lower back surgery. It was minor. I've had 2 of them and didn't need no help. But she had the baby.
So here's Laura. She's injured. She's having a minor back surgery, which means she's in pain. And Fred's tormenting her and running around the house because his sister said something he didn't like. Or no, his daughter, his eldest daughter, was caught at school with drugs. What kind of drugs? Fred? Where did she get them? From you? But Ziggy's kids ain't in danger. Anybody who disagreed with me, you have a problem.
And at that time, Fred had custody of his oldest daughter, and then they had their daughter together and the baby. So there was 3 children, plus her daughter, Laura's daughter, from before she met Fred. She would come there and stay. So evidently, Laura had a lower back surgery. She needed help. So Mom convinced my sister to go up there and help them, and they had a little camper up there. Julie stayed in the camper with her husband and her daughter. And she would, help with the baby and help, cook and clean and stuff like that. Her husband was ran off. Fred ran her husband off. That's a whole other story.
Right.
Fred, you know all about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yep.
The situation got pretty volatile.
I'm sure.
And Julie had went to enroll her daughter from the school that they were all going to. And she had a conversation with the principal that concerned Fred's oldest daughter. And it had to do something with drugs being taken into school. And she had enrolled her daughter.
Tell me again, Ziggy's daughter ain't in danger. Ziggy's daughter didn't make the choice to live with that man. She's underage. Her daughter talks bad to her. She puts her down. You can tell that there's tension between the two. She's loud on purpose when Ziggy is live. I don't know if any of y'all have noticed that, but I don't think, it is my opinion, I'm speculating, that the daughter does not like what Ziggy's doing. And I think that Ziggy, in her own mind, is more concerned about this man. And you have to ask yourself why. Yes, I'll admit it. Last night I went through a few Facebooks. I found some Tennessee connections to Ziggy's family. Ones with the same last names as those in Rogersville. Oh yeah, they didn't live in Rogersville. I didn't go deep because I promised myself I wouldn't do that again. However, in this situation, it doesn't make sense that a woman would put her child in danger and marry a man out of a whim in 4 months. He was talking to Laura and Jill 4 months prior. She has, all of a sudden, she's broke. She can't even afford food, that everybody has to send her food, but there's a magical plane ride to Tennessee to get married, right? And she's back with just a few days. It is my opinion that Ziggy and Fred have known each other a long time. It's also my opinion that they may be even cousin fuckers or something. Because something doesn't make sense. If you look at Ziggy's been verified, oh, she has ties to Virginia, West Virginia. She's gone to college in Ohio. Anybody can look that up. It's public information. And do you know what her college course was? Math. Isn't that interesting? She's on LinkedIn. You could check My Life. There are all kinds of places Ziggy is. Her fraudulent makeup company. Oh, yeah. That she still claims she owns. She's on YouTube telling people she doesn't, but according to the web, it's still active. Ziggy, it's my opinion, you're a fraud. And you're going to be found out. I hope you know that. Okay.
And came back to the house and went in to tell Fred that the school was already aware of drugs coming from there into the school via his daughter, and that they had already contacted CPS. And she was there to let Fred know and give him a heads up and that she was leaving and that she didn't want to be no part of it. She was standing there with her car keys in her hand when Fred jumped up out of bed and went off on her, put a gun to her chest. Laura was in the house. She came into the bedroom and was holding the baby and was standing right beside Julie. And Julie was hollering at Laura to get out of the room, take the baby out of the room.
So who was the evil sister when Ziggy and Fred first started their little dating escapades? I believe that would have been Julie, not Ellie. So why does it switch? Fred makes threats like Vicky's scared for her life. Julie, I highly advise, in my opinion, that you go to the cops. Okay?
And she was begging Fred for her life. He turned the gun and shot into the corner, jumped back in bed and covered up, and Laura took off out the back door and Julie took off out the front door. Julie went to the camper, Laura went to the neighbor's house.
So what have I been saying for 2 years? I read Fred's court papers. Is that the story I told? Is that what I read? Pretty sure it is. That's the kind of man that's sitting in the home with Ziggy's daughter right at this very moment.
Julie called Mom and told Mom. She said, I don't know what to do. She told Mom what had happened. And she told Mom, she said, I know if I get in my car to leave, he will shoot me. While she was on the phone with Mom, Fred had got up and cut the breaker off his camper. Mom hung up and called the police and told them what was going on. And that was the only thing that she could do. And when the police came, they questioned my sister. She told them, yeah, I got a pistol. They checked it for gunpowder residue. It had none on it. They checked her hand because Fred claimed that she was holding him at gunpoint and had shot at him. They checked her own spot, her hand for gunpowder residue. It was negative. That's why Fred was arrested.
The setups have been going on against his family for years. Fred holds a lot of hate and jealousy over his sisters because he was the fuck up, in my opinion. I mean, they all messed up. You heard her say they had a rough childhood. You heard Fred say he took drugs to school for his father to sell. You see, those are the generational patterns that continue. Okay? Because then you hear Fred's daughter went to school with drugs. Right? Now he's living in a home with an underage child who has no choice but to be there with him. I pray to God that that little girl makes it through this and that Fred doesn't have a flip out when he goes down. Because I believe he's going to go down. That's my opinion. I have very high suspicions of Fred. Very. Just based off of the lies alone.
That's why Fred was charged with the charges he got. And contrary to him telling everybody he spent 5 to 7 years in prison because of that, he spent 3.5 months and got out. And while he was in jail, every court date that he had, I took Mom to them. And even the court dates that he didn't have, the CPS court dates over the children, I took Mom to those also. So yeah, I was there for all of them. Front and center. The only reason Fred did not get prosecuted for attempted murder is because Julie came back to Tennessee and refused to testify against him because she knew eventually he would get out. And if he tried to kill her once, he would definitely do it again.
Did you all hear that? Because she was scared of him. I would love to have a conversation with Julie. Fred, what have you done to your sister, yo? You've put fear into her. In my opinion, that's why she helps you and enables you. She's disabled. She had a shoulder surgery. She can't reach her arms up. You have issues, buddy. That's my opinion.
That's why he didn't do no more than 3.5 months and didn't get no more charges than what he got, is because Julie did not and would not refuse to testify against him.
No, because I got so much hate backwoods about calling CPS, I decided not to call CPS. Now others can do it. I tried. I got hate back for it. It's going real life. You're hurting somebody by reaching out to their family. You're hurting somebody. Like, this is a serious situation, in my opinion. I believe it to be serious. I believe Fred being in Ziggy's home with an underage child is serious. I believe that he was not allowed to have his own children at the point they turned 18, okay? And that his court order would still apply, that he's not to be with children. That's my opinion. I don't know what Ziggy's family knows after seeing certain friends lists last night and knowing what her dad does for a living. And all the thoughts I have, they do sound crazy. They do sound crazy. I understand that. But I mean, electric windmills are big when you're selling a lot of property in Rogersville, Tennessee, right? Could be a thought. I don't know.
Right. Nana for Life wants to know, did the CPS worker sit on Fred's lap during court?
No, there was never a time while I was there that I ever seen anything, any interaction like that. Any inmate that was brought in there for court was in shackles, and all those inmates were segregated to a section by
They keep them
themselves.
separate, yeah. Like when you go to court,
Yeah, they were segregated
separate.
And even I pretty much the only person that ever approached them was their counsel, and they were also guarded by officers to keep people from approaching them and to keep them from getting up and moving around or approaching. They were guarded. So no, I didn't see that happen.
So there's the real story behind Fred's past. I'm not going to be on here long. I figure what I'm going to do is just come out and point out some things within each video that I had posted. Do a few short lives on these because I'm going to go through and listen to other things. I think it's very important that we point out that Julie was the bad sister at the start of Summer's case. Now all of a sudden that's Ellie. I don't believe in going real life, but what happened to you if you see something, say something, her daughter is older. Okay, backwoods, what I'm going to say to that is that trafficking, the most common ages are like 12 years old to like 26, I believe. So when you couple that with the things that we're hearing To me, it's troublesome. I don't care if a child is 3, a newborn, or 32. If a human's in trouble, a human's in trouble. And I believe that's what's going on with Ziggy and her daughter. I don't think that age matters. I don't think that age mattered when Laura had to pick her child up and run from the home. Now, when Fred said to us, only one kid was there, yeah, but what he failed to tell you is that it all started because his daughter was caught with drugs at school. So it concerned the other children. Think about that. Right, Marion? There has to be a see something, say something. We can't do this, oh, well, it's going real life. No, we are watching this in real time. And the begging is getting worse. And it's so blatant. Like, I don't understand how you could not be embarrassed of yourself doing that. I have a lot of questions after Ellie's interview. There's some things she told me in Messenger, but when you don't speak to people, you don't quite understand it reading a text message. Listening to her, I understand more. I think she got the sweetest voice. Ellie, I'm proud of you. I'm proud you're in recovery. I'm proud you got your life together. I'm proud you've opened a gym. I'm proud you work 2 jobs and you take care of your family, even your extended family, even though they are not grateful for it. And I applaud you for stepping up and finally saying something. I want you to know that. I have no hate for you. And for people like Tiffany Marie that's going to go over the thing and sending threats with Ziggy and in all these chats, we ain't seen Tiffany in like a year. She disappeared. Now all of a sudden she's back. Why is that? Tiffany, do you know where the dirty money's coming from? Won't you tell us about them cash apps? I got some questions. I left a link for you. And Lips, fuck you. All right, guys. I will be back at some point in a little bit to go over the next video. Peace and love. Bye.